Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. During his time as a wrestler, WWE's current Chief Content Officer Triple H had some issues with a few notable names in the locker room. Recently, former three-time hardcore champion Maven defended the game's criticism of Bill Goldberg's WCW run. There are countless stories of the real-life heat between Triple H and Goldberg. The two stars were in different promotions, but eventually landed under the same roof and brand when Vince McMahon bought WCW. In a recent video on his YouTube channel, Maven rewatched the first season's third episode of Tough Enough. During this, he recalled how Triple H wasn't a fan of a contestant who had Goldberg's two-time World Heavyweight and two-time WWE Universal Champion poster on his wall. He defended Hunter's criticism of D-Man's run in Ted Turner's promotion. Goldberg's first run with WWE didn't last long, as the former WCW World Champion left the Stamford-based promotion following WrestleMania 20 at Madison Square Garden. In an interview with Tim Green, Nothing Left Unsaid, the former Universal Champion addressed the heat between him and Triple H, which started due to a comment made by The Game. The WCW veteran hasn't returned to WWE in over 2 years. Only time will tell if we will ever see him in the ring again. In the world of professional wrestling, few names carry as much weight as Triple H. From his days as The Game to his influential role as WWE's Chief Content Officer, Triple H has been a cornerstone of the industry. However, his opinions often spark debates, as was the case when he recently critiqued a four-time world champion. While some fans and insiders rally behind Triple H's remarks, one former WWE star has stepped up to defend the criticized champion, adding fuel to the fire in an already heated discussion. Triple H, known for his no-nonsense approach to wrestling, recently made comments regarding the in-ring work and character development of a former four-time world champion. While he did not dismiss their contributions outright, he suggested that the superstar had become stagnant, failing to evolve in a way that keeps audiences engaged. Given Triple H's reputation for promoting fresh talent and storytelling, his words carried significant weight. The remarks, believed to be directed at a certain high-profile former champion, ignited a strong reaction from wrestling fans and analysts. Some supported his critique, arguing that the superstar in question had indeed become repetitive. Others, however, viewed it as an unnecessary jab at a wrestler who had already proven themselves on the grandest stage. Amidst the backlash, a former WWE star, whose tenure in the company was marked by both controversy and acclaim, came to the defense of the four-time world champion. This ex-WWE performer, known for their outspoken nature, took to social media to express their disagreement with Triple H's assessment. In a lengthy post, the former WWE star argued that the wrestler in question had consistently delivered high-quality matches and remained a top draw for the company. They pointed out that longevity in the wrestling business is challenging, and maintaining a strong fan base despite criticisms of repetitiveness is a testament to the superstar's appeal. "I've been in that locker room," the ex-WWE star wrote. "I've seen firsthand the work ethic, dedication, and passion this person brings to the ring. It's easy to sit back and say someone hasn't evolved, but when you're in that position, night in and night out, you have to do what works. Fans keep showing up for a reason." As expected, the wrestling community reacted in a mixed fashion. Some fans supported the ex-WWE star's stance, agreeing that consistency should not be mistaken for stagnation. They cited legendary performers like John Cena and Randy Orton, who have adhered to their signature styles while remaining relevant for decades. Others, however, sided with Triple H's perspective, believing that reinvention is key to long-term success. They pointed to examples such as Chris Jericho, who has constantly adapted his character to stay fresh and intriguing to audiences worldwide. To fully understand Triple H's criticism, one must look at his own career and philosophy. As a performer, Triple H transitioned from his early days as Hunter Hearst Helmsley to becoming one of WWE's most dominant forces. From leading D-Generation X to running Evolution and later becoming the King of Kings, Triple H always found ways to evolve. His current role as WWE's Chief Content Officer sees him pushing younger talent and fresh storylines. Under his leadership, superstars like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Gunther have flourished, each bringing something new to the table. Given his own evolution over the years, it's understandable why Triple H might be critical of those who remain too attached to a singular identity. The four-time world champion at the center of this discussion has indeed had an impressive career. From winning major titles to headlining WrestleMania, their accomplishments are undeniable. However, some argue that their character has remained too static, relying on past successes rather than innovating new angles. In defense of this wrestler, many of their peers argue that they have faced unique challenges, including injuries, creative limitations, and shifting fan dynamics. Wrestling isn't just about changing personas. It's also about reading the audience and knowing when to stick to what works. In this sense, the superstar's consistency could be seen as a strength rather than a weakness. This debate raises a broader question about the wrestling industry. Is reinvention always necessary for success? While some wrestlers, like The Undertaker and Chris Jericho, have continuously evolved, others, like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Brock Lesnar, have thrived with a more static persona. The answer isn't black and white. Wrestling is an industry driven by audience connection, and different performers find success through different means. For some, reinvention is the key to staying relevant, while for others, consistency builds a strong, lasting identity. As the dust settles on this latest wrestling controversy, one thing remains clear. Professional wrestling is built on passionate discussions, and the debate over Triple H's comments won't be ending anytime soon. While he has a valid point about the importance of evolution, the defense put forth by the ex-WWE star highlights that longevity and consistency can be just as valuable. Ultimately, the wrestling industry thrives on these debates as they keep fans engaged and invested. Whether or not the four-time world champion chooses to adapt remains to be seen. But their legacy, good or bad, has already been cemented in the annals of WWE history. For now, the wrestling world watches and waits, eager to see whether this critique sparks change, or simply adds another chapter to the ongoing story of professional wrestling's biggest stars.